You've also, outside of traveling nationally, you've had some experiences international.
Yeah.
Very blessed to see some of the world. How has that international travel impacted you, and especially you're saying dreaming bigger, being bolder,
Yeah.
because you've seen more. I always say if you can see it, you can be it.
Exactly. My favorite place in the world is Egypt. Favorite place, been twice. And why is my favorite place? And if you, I don't know if you've heard my grandmother call me this, but she calls me Ramses. If you ever heard her, like if you've been around me and my grandmother, she calls me Ramses. She doesn't call me Jamar. And when you get to Egypt and you see Ramses II's temple, like in my head, I'm like somebody that looked like me built one of the most magnificent things in the world. You feel me? Like it's a different level of like, dang, who am I to like settle for anything? The dude was like this is the greatest civilization of all time. You telling me they look like, and so for me, that by itself was super inspiring. Like sometimes I just be like, man, that happened. Like before all this technology. And so that was super inspiring. And just seeing how different people are in different parts of the world. Like we really be tripping like everybody's supposed to be the same when like we all really different and there's all these different type of ways to go about things. You learn you don't have to fit in with the mold with everything. Like people doing stuff totally different. You know what I'm saying? It's not about doing it the same way, it's doing it the best way for you. You know what I'm saying? So traveling the country has definitely opened my mind to a lot of things and being very much more open-minded. I think a key in success oftentimes, depending on what you're going for, is being open-minded. Like not thinking this is the way. Like I don't think there is a this is the way. It's just what works for you. And so I think it's opened my mind to like endless possibilities. Post edit thoughts. I wanted to add like another thing that travel has done for me. It's allowed me to learn who I am because I'm introduced to more things than just where I'm from. I think a lot of us we say, "Who are you?" Like, "What's your name?" and where you're from. That's what defines us. But is just our origin. But it's not who we are. It's just where where we started. When you go out there and travel, you start to see there's other things you relate to or that you're with. Like there's all these foundational things we believe is just who we are when really it's just what we started with. And then if you start learning there's other things out there, you may be more relative or relating to that thing. Or you might like this food, you might like this way of living, or whatever it may be. Traveling allows you to see different perspectives, different ways of life, and you get to collect what is actually you. We can't go about life just staying where we are and never exploring because exploring allows us to explore who we are. And I think one of the greatest things you've ever watched any of my videos, the greatest thing you can ever do is learn who you are, learn more things about yourself. And traveling allows you to experience all these things that are totally different than wherever you're from. And the funny thing is, wherever you're from, chances are your family isn't from there. Like if you in the U.S., you probably not from the U.S. for real, for real. So traveling also allows you to know where you come from for real, for real. And you'll be amazed to see the things that they're doing in other places or where you're from that you actually have parallels to. So it's super important to go back to where you're from, to go back to places that you have origins for, and to go to places you have no connections to, because we are all connected in this weird way. Like we're all like the same, but not the same. I promise you that one of the greatest things you can ever do in your lifetime is travel. Like we have a whole planet out there. And if you don't go out there and travel, you'll miss out. And the funny thing is, a lot of us think if we're not accepted where we are, there's something wrong with us. But maybe your target market isn't here. Maybe your people isn't here. But you'll never find out the different types of people and different ways of life and the different types of people you will meet if you don't go out there. So don't settle for just where you're from. Go out there and travel. I'm somebody that's traveled to dang near every state in this country, the U.S. I've been to multiple continents. It's changed my life in terms of inspiration of believing what I can do and also learning of different ways of living my life. I don't limit myself to any one way of life. I just do me. And doing me is also finding out more things that I relate to. So every time I travel, I'm like, yo, that's dope how they do that. Yo, that food is dope. Yo, the way they do this and communicate, or the way they don't even like trip about this. In the US, we be tripping. Like there's all these like foundational social norms that we may do in whatever country you're in that another country they don't even trip about. You know what I'm saying? There's all these traditional things that are different in different places. Bits and pieces you may relate to more.
Go out there and travel. It'll teach you things not just about success, but of yourself. And I believe when you learn who you are and about yourself, it makes the road to success easier because now you know the direction and path you want to go in. Just little tidbits of wisdom for me, you feel me? If you have any feedback, if you're somebody that's traveled or has any perspective, drop in the comments section and explain, the benefits of travel and why other people should. If you're somebody that hasn't traveled and you're worried about something or whatever it may be, drop in the comments section. Maybe somebody can give you some feedback and give you some encouraging words or some advice. I want this video or all my videos to always be a community where people can not just get information and wisdom from me, but from the community of comments under this video. So like, comment, subscribe, notifications, but better yet, watch another video. There should be a video of me popping up of another video you could watch. I have a ton of videos I post every single day at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And there's also a playlist. Just put that thing on playlist, go to bed, and just let it rock. You be helping your boy out. But even if you don't do any of those things, I appreciate it. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed being on this podcast. And I enjoyed traveling. I hope you can do some of those things yourself. Y'all have a good one. Peace.